Hey y'all, it's your friend D, and in today's video we're talking about Afros. In my last couple of videos, I've introduced some new dolls to my collections that have Afros, and they all come with pretty bad box hair. And some of you guys wanted to know how I would fix this doll's hair, so we're going to do that today, as well as review the hair of the other dolls. Before we take a look at the hair, I do need to fix this doll's arm. When I unboxed her last week, I realized this arm was stuck in position, and I asked you guys to give me some advice on how to fix this. The majority of you said to apply heat. One person said add oil and sing the song from The Wiz, slide some oil on me and work the elbow loose. I'm going to try heating up the joint first, and some of you suggested hot water, but I'm going to use my hair dryer on a low setting so I don't damage her arm to see if that helps loosen up the joint. So her arm bends pretty good now at the elbow. So yeah, the heating method definitely worked. And after I heated it, as it started to cool, I did just keep working her elbow back and forth because I didn't want it to cool down in a straight position or in a bent position and lock on me again. Now let's take a look at each doll's hair. We're going to start with Tanya. I have had her for a few years. She is my favorite doll. She is the Barbie mountain climber, or it's either mountain climber or rock climber. I'll put a picture on the screen. And I love her hair. She has a really tightly coiled afro. Just a quick side note, I am not a hair care professional. I am just going off of the knowledge that I've gained over the years, and I won't be using professional terminology or be referring to a hair texture chart like you see on the screen, because some people may not understand certain terminology that goes with afros. So I'm just going to keep it very basic. To style Tanya's hair or any other doll in this video, brushes like this will not work. You will need something similar to a hair pick or a wide tooth comb. And if you're wondering about this little comb, I cannot remember where I got it from. I think it came with a Disney mystery bag. It's supposed to be a little decorative comb that you can stick in the doll's hair, but to me it kind of resembles an Afro pick. Another tool that I use on Tanya's hair is this rat tail comb, and I use this for all of my dolls. For my dolls with straight hair, I use the comb part, and for Tanya's hair, I sometimes use this part, but not as often. I mostly use the pointed end to help pick out her hair when I'm needing to make it more fluffy or bigger, and it's really easy to do. But the majority of the time when I style Tanya's hair, I just use my hand. So I just pat it into the shape that I want it to be. And just so you guys know, I do have an afro myself, and I don't use a brush on my hair. I use either a wide tooth comb or a hair pick or just my fingers. And when I have my hair in a puff like this, so you can see there is a rubber band, I just use my hand to pat it into shape. And you can just push it up. Like here, this part is kind of hanging down. I can just push that up to where I want it. And I can always come back with the rat tail comb and pick out any section that I want. The next doll is just a Barbie fashion doll. She is not a fashionista, and she came from a Dollar General. And out of the box, her hair was pretty flat. I've already played with it a little bit. To fix her hair, I can either use a wide tooth comb, my rat tail comb, or I can just go in with my fingers, fluff her hair up. I kind of tug on it a little bit to help it stand up and out a little bit more. And then like with Tanya, I can go back and shape it with my hands by just patting it wherever I want to. So up here, if I have a piece just sticking up, I can just pat that down until I get the shape that I want. Comparing Tanya's hair to this doll's hair, it looks to be similar in texture. Tanya's hair is darker, it's more of a black, and this doll has a brownish tint to her hair. But they look to have similar textures. I also think this doll's hair is shorter than Tanya's. It just seems to be not as much. If I was to pull her hair back similar to Tanya's, I don't think we would get as big of a puff. So I'm going to take a rubber band and pull her hair back. I got the hair pulled back and I couldn't get my rubber band as tight as what Tanya's is, but I think this will do for demonstration. So her puff is not as big as Tanya's, and I do need to shape it up a little bit more, so I'll just use my hands. So here they are side by side, and Tanya definitely has more hair. And for a little variation, you can pull the puff up to the top of her head. And once again, I just use my fingers and the palm of my hand to shape it. I even pulled a little bit forward here and just shaped that to kind of hang down in the front. Next, we have fashionista number 180. She has a blonde afro with 2 buns on top and dark roots. To my eyes, this fashionista and Tanya actually have the same texture hair. Obviously, they're different colors, but if you look really close, it is the same texture. Tanya's hair is just tightly packed by me pressing it down, and this doll's hair is combed out a little bit more. But yeah, I think they're very similar in texture. The next doll is from the Barbie Life in the City Cafe set, and I got her for my birthday. I did add some black ribbon to her little ponytail up here, but this doll has very defined curls, and she has some red sections in her hair, but it's very pretty. And if you look closely at her hair, there are sections that are not as defined, and that's perfectly normal in an afro. In the back of the doll's hair, you can see the curls are more defined, and my hair is like that. It's not this curly, but I do have more defined curls in the back, and the front of my hair is more of what people call a coil, similar to Tanya's hair. But it does happen. People just have different textures throughout their hair. And when we compare this doll to Tanya, you can definitely see how much defined her ringlets are. And Tanya's curls are really, really tight together. So it just gives her a different look. And here's what these 2 dolls look like from behind. And Tanya's hair is compacted by me pressing it down, but I can also pick Tanya's out and make it almost as big as hers. And with her hair, I can also press it down to kind of make it a little bit smaller, or I can manipulate it with my fingers or a comb. I would not comb her hair out too much. I think I would just go in with my fingers and pull her curls loose just a little bit. That way they hang a little bit lower. Now let's take a look at fashionista number 194. Her hair definitely needs a little care right now. And I think her texture is slightly different than Tanya's. I think it is looser. It almost looks like a blowout. Maybe she washed her hair and was just blowing it out. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Trying to look closer at it, because she definitely has a more straighter texture than Tanya. But we can do similar things to it by patting it into place or picking it out. So let's see what we can do to help her out. So the first thing I'm going to do to her, because the back of her hair is pretty flat, I'm going to go in with my rat tail comb and just kind of fluff it up where it's all kind of similarly stretched. So I'm going to do this all over her head. And I don't know what that is, but it needs to go. So I went around her entire head and I picked her hair out. And if any of you are watching this and thinking I'm being pretty rough with her hair and I'm pulling it out, I'm not. Remember, I have an afro and I'm used to doing this. So I'm actually going pretty light. It just looks or sounds like I'm tugging at her hair really hard, and I'm not. If you're not used to dealing with afro texture hair, I would suggest you start off really slow and gentle until you get the hang of it, because you might be used to the comb just going through your hair a little bit easier. So, but I'm used to doing this, so to me, this is no big deal. Now we're here and we have several options. We can even braid her hair if we wanted to, or we can just do a simple shaping with our hand. So like I showed you with the other dolls, just go around and already you're starting to see that shape at the top. Here she is with a little bit more shape to her afro. so it is more of a rounded shape to it. And you can always go into little areas like the front here and manipulate the hair and move it out of her face a little bit. And just push it back so we can see her a little clearer. On the package artwork, this doll has a part in her hair. It's right here. And we can try to make that part more defined. And I'm going to do that by just moving the hair over and pressing it down. So there's her part. And this kind of hairstyle is kind of giving me Diana Ross. So you can play around with it and make that part more exposed. We can also do different styles using accessories like these little clips. So I'm going to pull this section back from her part down and put a clip on it. So now she has one side pulled back, and you can always hide the clip by pulling more hair over it. So I played around with her hair a little more, and this time I put a braid on the side. I just wanted to see what it would look like. And the more I play with her hair, the more I think that it is the same texture as Tanya's. Like I said earlier, Tanya's hair has been patted down to be really compacted. So they might have the same texture. So it looks like most of my dolls have this textured hair. Either it's combed out like this one, or it's compacted like I keep Tanya's. So I'm really interested to know how many different textures there are, because I only have one doll with this texture. So I'm wondering if Mattel makes a texture that is in between these two. Now that we've gotten rid of the box hair, the dolls need some hair care products for their afros. To make the afro hair care products, I'm going to use some miniatures I already have. The 4 items at the top are all Barbie, and the 5 at the bottom are mini brand. I really like the Barbie shampoo bottle, but I only have one of these, and I want my shampoo and conditioner to be in similar bottles. And with the Barbie products, I would have to repaint all of these to make them look like a cohesive brand. The mini brand products are already pretty cohesive in the way they're made and the colors. I do have extras of all of these, so it'll probably be better for me to go with the mini brands. I made some simple labels on my computer, and I was almost out of colored ink, so I just kept it black and white. The large labels are 3/4 by 1/2 inch, and the small ones are 1/2 by 1/4 inch. I have my labels cut out, and I'm going to use these 4 bottles plus the cap from the mascara bottle. I'm just going to add a little glue to the labels and stick them on the bottles. I used the mini brands lip gloss containers to make shampoo and conditioner bottles. I changed the mini brands lipstick into a bottle of moisturizing oil. And I believe this mini brands bottle was for a face serum, but I changed it into a spray bottle of Sheen spray. To make this look more like a spray bottle, I'm going to take my silver paint pen and just put a little dot on the front. And to make a cap for the spray bottle, I'm going to use the cap off of this mascara. When you take the top off the mini brands mascara, there is an eyelash brush inside, and I'm going to try to remove that with my needle nose pliers. If this doesn't work, I'll try to cut it out, and I'll more than likely do that off camera so I can see more what I'm doing. So I got the majority of the brush out, but there is still some plastic in there, and it won't let the cap sit on the spray bottle like I want it to. I'm going to use my hand drill to remove the rest of that plastic inside. And the step of making the cap is completely optional. You do not have to do this part if you decide to make this project. Now I have a cap for my spray bottle. Afro Styler. Make your afro healthier by using our entire line of products made with natural ingredients. Afro Styler brings moisture and shine to any afro. Your afro will love it, and you will too. I love it. 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 And I love it. Okay. Everybody gets to be in the commercial but me. Afro Styler. Your Afro will love it and you will love it. Available wherever hair care products are sold. Afro Styler is not a real product. It is not available wherever hair care products are sold. So my friends, that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions about anything in this video, please leave it in the comments below. I will try my best to answer your questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. I'll see you next time, my friends. Bye-bye.